Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing today? Figured out how to get my comments on. Feel free to bash me, if you will, live. I can see your comments live. This is an exciting new chapter of Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives. Right now, I am sweating out some Australian Open bets. Um, yeah, and I mean sweating them out. Any second, I think I will lose this bet on C. Eubanks. It's my girlfriend's last name. Only reason I bet it. Also had three other names that I am afraid to pronounce. Two of those won. One of them's going down to the wire, and again, Eubanks currently losing in the second round of the Australian Open. Been watching and playing around with that since about 2 in the morning. Having a blast, baby. It's Captain by a Hook. It's what we do. We gamble on sports, and we enjoy every second of it. Got a great show for you guys today. Gonna recap last night's Super Tuesday in college basketball. 4-3, not bad. Not bad at all. Tonight I do have 5 more bets for you, as long as another set of 5 games I will break down, totaling 10 games I will break down a little later. I guess I can do the recap. Clemson. I told y'all not to bet it. I don't know why I bet it. I bet it. Told y'all not to bet it, but I bet it. Clemson was just down 8-12 every time I checked their score last night. Didn't get a chance to get my eyes on the game. I ain't gonna lie, I was watching Kansas. And then once Kansas lost in overtime, due to some unfortunate events, missed free throws being one of them, timeouts called as your best players lining up a three is another one, and a few missed calls here and there, but that's the sport, baby. No complaints here. Lost a tough one. I just kept waiting for Kansas to go up 5, and they never did. The most they went up by is 2 or 3. Alabama. Whew. Talk about sweat on the eyebrow. Up 20 the whole game with about a minute left. The league is down to 6 or 8, something crazy like that. And luckily, a few missed threes and made free throws, and that one covered the spread. Tennessee, after being down early and tied at the half, 23-23, turned the offense on in the second. Pushed that game to a cover for me as well. I think they won by 11. Just touched on Kansas. Texas, also poor outing. Around 55-55. It was close. Then next thing I knew, they were down 11. So I don't know what happened to Texas down the stretch, but they did not bring it. Houston, however, they covered the 10 and they went under smoothly. Didn't really have to worry about either. They pushed it to a 20-point lead with a few minutes left, and became apparent with about a minute left they were not going to hit the over. I was on the under 149. Landed at 140 exactly. 80 to 60, 20-point game. H-Town, Houston, with the victory. Can't believe I got comments up, man. I don't expect to get any, but it's like kind of waiting for somebody to jump in and tell me something negative. Listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs. A few other big games last night. Creighton got, I don't want to say back on track. They starting to get rolling with that win last night. I believe they played a Butler. Man, 2 bottles of water and second cup of coffee. I gotta use the restroom. However, I will thug it out. What else happened last night? Noteworthy in college hoops realm. North Carolina State continues to win ball games. Florida State beating Notre Dame. Just touched on Creighton and Richmond ends up getting the 7-point victory. VCU beating Massachusetts by a gang. Akron creeping out a win. Man, Texas ended up losing by 21. Oh no, my fool app. They lost by 11. Wisconsin, I didn't even check this score. Wisconsin with the 3-point victory over Penn State at home, getting a huge Big Ten win. Wake Forest again slapping Clemson around all night. Baylor getting a tough Big 12 win over Texas Tech. Kentucky covering with ease over Georgia. Utah State remaining a force to be reckoned with. I think Utah State is going to hit the Sweet 16 this year. Mark my words. Utah State will be in the Sweet 16 this year. I don't really have much confidence in that. Feels like it's a fact, though, that I can't avoid. Before I jump into anything else, I'll also give you my sides and totals for NFL divisional weekend as they stand right now. Friday, again, I would do a deep dive with my guest, Jaden Chandler Parnell will stop by. We will break down each game, props, sides, totals, specials, anything pertaining to this weekend we will preview and break down. Today I'll do a quick run through with just my sides and totals that I think. Honestly, I have no totals, but 3 out of the 4 games, pretty confident in a side, which means whatever you want it to mean. I'm pretty confident in a few sides. I would give those out. Again, college basketball breakdown. But first, it is Wednesday. Last week, with all the excitement of Wild Card Weekend, I completely forgot to give out my golf bets. I tweeted them out Friday last minute after the tournament was already going on. I forgot the 4 I had. I got 3 of the same 4. So the Siwoo Kim plus 4,000 cashed in for me Sunday night on a dramatic fashion with a birdie on the last hole. I jumped out of bed, excited, extremely excited. My first golf bet of 2023 was a victory with Siwoo Kim last weekend. And yes, I'm about to give you all my bets, but Siwoo Kim is definitely a bet that I have. I have 5 bets for golf. I believe it's the Australian Open. Let me triple check that. No. The Australian Open is tennis. That was a foolish mistake. I've been betting Australian Open all morning. The American Express Open, I guess. I don't know. It just says the American Express PGA Tour. That's what I'm about to give you some bets for. I should pull this up because I did not write the odds down. I want y'all to get exactly what I got. And yes, pulling up my browser, I did. Just you lose the CU Banks bet. All gravy in the Navy. Let's get to these I keep doing it. Let's get to the American Express bets that I have. I'll give that one away in a minute. Like I said, I have 5 of them. Outright winners, I have 4 of them. Just to break down a few things real quick, Jon Rahm, the betting favorite, has amazing history on this course. Apparently, 3 wins, tied for second and tied for 4th in his last 5 tournaments here. Tom Kim, I don't have anything on Jon Rahm, plus 500. I'd rather wait if he drops a little bit. I like to get long shots in golf. Plus 500 is great, but I'm looking for the 2000s and the 99s, like Juvenile said. Tom Kim, 20 years old, he tied for 5th. Kapalua. I do have Tom Kim, outright winner, plus 2200. Tom Kim as an outright winner, plus 2200. I also have Tom Hoge. Have no news on Tom Hoge. It's a name that I've been betting. I bet him last weekend. I got him at plus 4,000. I bet him a few times in the last year, waiting for him to break through for me and give me a win. About 3 to 4 years ago, Paul Casey was my guy. It's now become Tom Hoge, Tom Kim, Siwoo Kim. Those are the 3 I bet last weekend. I bet all 3 of those again this weekend. Siwoo Kim plus 4,000. Tom Hoge plus 4,000. Tom Kim plus 2,200. The other outright winner I have is In Sung Jae. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I literally went to Google and asked how to pronounce it and then wrote the pronunciation down. In Sung Jae. It just feels so wrong. Sungjaeim is his name if y'all looking for him. Plus 2,200. I have him, Im Sung Jae, Tom Kim, Tom Hoge, and Siwoo Kim, all outright winners. 2 plus 2,200, 2 plus 4,000. The other bet that I have on here is a real long shot. This is kind of my way of taking Jon Rahm. I guess I don't know what this is called, but I took to 1st and 2nd to be in the exact order. I have Jon Rahm coming in 1st. 2nd place, Tom Kim, somebody who I like to win it all, coming in 2nd. So 1st and 2nd, 1st place, Jon Rahm, 2nd place, Tom Kim. I have those odds at 150 to 1 plus 15000. 151 odds on that. Jon Rahm coming in 1st, Tom Kim coming in 2nd, and then the 4 outright winners: Tom Kim, Tom Hoge, Siwoo Kim, and In Sung Jae. I'm excited. Love betting golf. A few weekends, that's all I will watch is golf once college basketball ends, and baseball is just getting geared up. I usually tend to jump to golf for those few weeks after the Super Bowl as well. Nice little relaxation, Throw it on, clean the house. Don't really have to pay too much attention to it until Sunday afternoon. And then you can just kind of watch the last few holes and hope for the best. Like I said, Siwoo Kim won in surprising, and I mean surprising fashion this past weekend. I meant to double check who exactly It was the Sony Open in Hawaii. Trying to see who he chased down Hayden Buckley. I was trying to see if I had the dude he chased down, but I didn't. I did not. Super geek for him, man. Siwoo Kim gave me a victory. I can exit out of these tennis scores now that I've gone 2-1 and one game still left. But you're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives. Jumping over to the pigskin in the NFL, Chiefs taking on the Jaguars. Chiefs laying 8.5. I hate to do it. Oh, I hate to do it. However, I think I'm going to lay the points with the Chiefs. There's a lot of stats going around that would make you reconsider. I'm not a big stat guy. I honestly tend to go against the grain when it comes to stats. The Giants money line already moved today. Chiefs is now -9. I literally saw him at 8.5 an hour ago. Chiefs -9 feels like a different story. However, I have the same song. I think the Chiefs win this game by 17 or more. As great as the Jaguars have been the last 2 months. This playoff football, man. I think Pat Mahomes is about to hit it another gear. I think he's won one. I think he wants a few more. I think he comes out hungrier than ever this season, understanding it will not be given to him again. I think the first one he just got so easy. He just kind of, I don't want to say been coasting, but I think he understands what it takes to win and get to the Super Bowl again and finish the job. I'm not saying they're my pick to win it all, but against the Jaguars, I don't see Pat Mahomes having any trouble. I like the minus. I got it 8.5. It's 9 right now. If it's moved to 9 today, it'll probably be 9.5 tomorrow. I don't know. This thing might balloon up to something crazy, honestly. By kickoff on Saturday, first game on Saturday. Saturday night game, the one you've all been waiting for, ain't it? The Giants, the New York Football Giants, taking on the Eagles of Philadelphia. I myself on this show, since November, since the show started, have been saying the Philadelphia Eagles will lose their first playoff game of the season. I know. I said the same thing about the Bills, and I was wrong. Honestly, though, can you look me in the eyes and tell me if Tua starts? It's at least not out of the realm that the Bills lose that game. And I'm not even the biggest Tua fan. I think the Dolphins and Tua are pretty overrated. I think the Bills and Josh Allen are just as overrated. Anyway, Giants, Eagles. Give me the Giants on the money line. I will be riding the plus 260. It's now at 255. Over under is set at 48. I kind of like the over too. I think both of these teams get over 24. Of course, I'll probably take the points, but I might not. I might just ride everything on the money line, win or lose. Let's go New York Football Giants. It's just so many narratives, and this is what I mean by I kind of go against the grain. It's just so many stats guaranteeing the Eagles' victory, from Jalen Hurts being this and that to Eagles being this and that to give me the Giants, man. I'm going against all of that bull. Honestly. It's the freaking playoffs. It's the NFL. Any team can win any given Saturday night at 7:15 Central. Moving over to Sunday, again, sides and totals only. Friday will be a deep dive of the NFL divisional round of playoffs with my man Jaden Chandler Parnell. Bengals taking on the Bills. It's hard for you not to take the Bills, -4.5. It just is. Not because I think they're better than the Bengals. Because I think the Bengals, fully healthy, beat the Bills easily. Easily. But you telling me that in 3 seasons, they still can't get an offensive line for my man Joe Burrow. It's breaking my heart. Joe Burrow will be taking snaps behind two KFC fried chicken cooks that's off on Sunday that could come in and help. That's 100% a joke, people. I don't know. I feel like y'all gonna take that joke and run with it in the worst way. All I'm saying is he has no offensive line. Um, as great as the offense is everywhere else, the quarterback can't step back and get a ball comfortably downfield. He's gonna do what he did past weekend. Put up 0 points in the second half, basically. And if it wasn't for an amazing, and I mean amazing, maybe the one of the most amazing playoff plays, especially in Wild Card Weekend, with the fumble return by Hubbard, you're looking at the Ravens playing in this game, all because of an offensive line. So how can I not take the Bills minus 4.5, knowing that Joe Burrow will be running for his life for 3.5 hours Sunday at 2 p.m. I don't like the late games. 2 p.m. Gotta wait all day to watch some football. That's gonna be a blowout because the offensive line is trash. Over under at 48. Not sure on that one yet. I honestly don't think the Bengals can get anything going, and I don't think the Bills will be able to get much going either. I think the Bills will win this game by 7 to 10, low scoring, 21-24, 10 to 14. That's what I see. Now, in the Sunday night game, the final game of a divisional round, you have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers. I would lay the 3.5 with San Francisco every day until Sunday, until this number moves to 8 or 9, where it should be. I will be on San Francisco 49ers. I think it's going to get ugly. But I didn't think the Cowboys would do what they did to the Bucks defense. So, like I said, who am I? I'm just giving you my sides and my totals. I love the 49ers minus 3.5 against this Cowboys team. Just to recap it, I love the 49ers minus 3.5 over this Cowboys team because of the desolated offensive line. Give me the Bills minus 4.5 over the Bengals. That one breaks my heart, man. Because I'll be rooting for the Bengals, even with my money on the Bills. Giants, money line. The football Giants of New York, money line versus the Eagles of Philadelphia. And give me the Chiefs minus 9. Definitely going all favorites except for the Giants. And again, it breaks my heart that I can't ride the Bengals wave to the Super Bowl. Honestly, I am looking forward to this weekend of football bets. You're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard coming in nicely. When I look back at my old videos, it's crazy. The beard wise. Can't believe I just cut it off like that, huh? I know people that work their whole lives for a beard like that. Who would never dream of cutting it off? Mine comes back with ease. Moving over to college basketball games of tonight. I'm going to go over the ones that you should keep an eye on and then give you my bets. Man, I am racing to this restroom as soon as I finish recording. Sorry, I don't even know why I opened my phone because I don't need it. I just had a flashback though. Last night, Jamal Murray. I forgot this ESPN app is tripping. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just got completely flustered. The ESPN app, when you go to men's basketball since 1 o'clock this morning when I woke up. It doesn't have today's games. It goes from yesterday to March Madness. I can click Tuesday, March 14th, but I can't click Wednesday, January 18th. Why are we 2 months in the future? And holy cow, that's less than 60 days away. March Madness, baby, coming at you. Ding! I cannot, I cannot wait, man. I'm gonna start really doing some March Madness geared content, probably in the next 10 days, closing out this month, going into February. I will start projecting where certain teams I think will land. I will start projecting what'll give teams the biggest trouble in the tournament, uh, what teams can take advantage of in the tournament, things that I think can really give you a betting edge come tournament time, weeks before the bracket even comes out. Uh, like, for instance, just Michigan State, the way that they play the pick and roll, slipping pick and roll can give them a lot of problems if you do it properly and you do it aggressive. Things like that to look out for. So, give you a whole resume of teams, break them down. I probably won't touch on all 68 teams, but I'll probably get a majority, 40 to 50 of these teams broken down for you, starting uh, ending this month, going into February. Start really looking at what's going on in this college basketball season. Still getting a feel for everybody. About 15 games in. Honestly, we're about halfway through the season, man. Right now, so it's exciting. Once we get to the 60-70% mark through the season, I'll really know what's going on with a lot of these teams. And like I said, I will give you the best breakdown possible from yours truly. I will also do some projected brackets. Not really my favorite thing to do because it's fun to do in the moment, but it really, what's the point? You know, uh, when the bracket comes out, none of that's gonna matter. You might have one, maybe two matchups that I was able to break down earlier, but I would do March Madness breakdowns that whole week. Trust me, I'm gonna go crazy for March Madness on Captain by a Hook with the red beard. It is my everything. It's my Christmas, Super Bowl, birthday. It's anything you can celebrate. March Madness is mine. I don't really celebrate anything else. I do enjoy Christmas, do enjoy birthdays, but I celebrate March Madness. Saying that, you tonight, Auburn. I don't know why I went on that rant. It wasn't planned. Trust me. Um, Auburn. I don't know why every time I get to this part I'm freezing. It's crazy. Auburn taking on LSU tonight. LSU 5 point underdogs taking on Auburn Tigers in Louisiana, Baton Rouge at LSU at home. Man, this is gonna be the. It's crazy to say that January 18th. This might be the biggest game in LSU's season. This could be a very swing point. They're already on a three-game losing streak, I believe, going against an Auburn team who is good, hungry to prove that they are better than they are projected, hungry to prove that they belong in the top three teams in the SEC. You got Bama, Tennessee, Kentucky. Auburn wants to be in that conversation. Trust me. I know they do. They deserve it, probably. Tonight will be a big night, man. LSU can either keep going down, which I ain't gonna lie, I lost tonight for LSU. It might put them in a bad spot. We might not see the Tigers in the tournament this season based on this game alone. Not really based on this game, but this game just as a trajectory. If they win this game, it's a big win, huge win. If they lose, it's another bad loss. But LSU's already overperformed for what they were supposed to do this season with zero scholarship players. Moving over to the Big Ten, you got Ohio State taking on Nebraska. Nebraska Lane, not Lane. I gotta watch my words. I go back and watch my episodes. I realize I be messing up a lot of stuff. I called UCLA the Mighty Mighty Tigers yesterday. 2 minutes later, I did say Bruins, so people didn't think I was a complete imbecile, I hope. I also say Big East a lot, wrongly. Like instead of Big 12 or Big 10, the Big East would just come out, and then people think that I think Ohio State is in the Big East, and I look like a fool. So I need to watch my words a little, just a wee bit better, mate. A wee bit better. Anyway, Nebraska taking on Ohio State, and Nebraska +5 in a hook taking on Ohio State. Nebraska, I cannot get a grasp of this team. When I think they're gonna cover and do good, they get blown out. When I think they'll get blown out, they cover and do good. I will definitely be staying away. Ohio State is another team struggles, and I say that lightly because I can't think of a worse word than struggles. But they are horrific on offense sometimes. Great defense, great rebounding, horrible offense. And I don't even mean execution and game planning. And I mean they miss layups. Like they sometimes they cannot get a bucket. Definitely have no idea what's gonna happen tonight. Like I said, just some big games to keep an eye on. Ohio State and Nebraska, both trying to stay afloat in the Big Ten. Virginia Tech taking on Virginia, the in-state rivalries. Some of my favorite games in college basketball, regardless if I like the team or not, are in-state rivalries. We got a classic with Kansas State, Virginia Tech tonight. Virginia Lane 6.5. I love Virginia -6.5, man. Love it. I don't know why I didn't bet it. Something just telling me to stay away from it, and I could be completely wrong. The gut is not always right, and the gut has no reference on why he is wrong or right. Virginia Lane 6.5. I don't know, man. That's my breakdown. Oklahoma, another in-state rivalry, taking on Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State -3 feels completely wrong. Not gonna lie to you. I think Oklahoma wins this game, but I have not seen an Oklahoma game at all this season. Have not really had them on my radar, so probably would just keep an eye on it tonight. Stay away from it. Still gauging all these teams, like I said. Let me get to 60-70% of the season done. I should have every team I need to have some kind of, I don't know, some kind of something. Oklahoma State just feels too big, man. I would take the +3 if I had to. You put a gun to my head and give me $200, say put it on something in this game, it'll be the Oklahoma +3. Moving on to the smaller schools that still rule. San Diego State taking on Colorado State. Both of these teams I have a lot of respect for. Not only just the teams, but the way that they're ran, the men in charge of the way that they're ran, the offense and defense of which they run. And they usually produce stand-up, solid guys. San Diego State and Colorado State. I honestly think this number is too big, but too small for me to take. Colorado State +5 in that one. Again, those are the 5 games I will be keeping my eye on tonight. Moving over to the games that I have bet. UConn taking on Seton Hall. I believe UConn's laying 6.5 tonight as the favorites on the road. UConn on a bit of a slide. Looking for them to bounce back, looking for them to get their groove back. Seton Hall, as tough as opponent as they are aimless with their approach and their attack sometimes, which hurts them. A bunch of talent going in circles. However, it's Big East basketball. It's UConn. It's Seton Hall. I think they're just going to run. Give me the over. Over 134 in a hook. UConn taking on Seton Hall over 134 in the hook. Moving on to the Big 12. This is why I wish that my phone can give me the games for the day. Let me go to my bet slip real quick. I've been on this thing for 1 in the morning, so I don't have my two screens up. I am using the charger. Modern problems need modern solutions. Only have two plugs. A lot of stuff to plug in. Bet slip, that's where I'm going. All right. I gave you the over 134.5 on UConn Seton Hall. Let me get to this TCU money line where they are taking on West Virginia at home. Bob Huggins, my guy. West Virginia has struggled to make a free throws, which has been heartbreaking for them. They've lost a lot of games by 1 or 2 points, and they have missed the most free throws in Big 12 play, probably ever. TCU, the hot team on a hot ride. I will ride them tonight. Moneyline, slight dogs plus 112. I don't know if it's moved. I took this at 426 in the morning. Had to add the 6 on there so you didn't think I was foolish. UConn's already moved from 6.5 to 5. Over still sitting pretty. Ohio State has moved to 6 from 5.5. TCU, yes, same thing that happened yesterday is happening today. TCU is now plus 130. I have them at plus 112. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had Clemson and Texas money line at the same number, and it did the same thing this number's doing, and they both lost ugly in ugly fashions. However, I am on TCU, the Horned Frogs, to take care of business against West Virginia. Moving back to the Big East. I just write the bets down as I take them. I don't really organize them. Scrolling up to find. I just saw this game. The bet I have is the Musketeers of Xavier minus 8.5. I believe it's against DePaul. But of course, they are nowhere to be found on this whole page now. I believe that's what they play. Xavier minus 8.5 taking on DePaul. Xavier has been the hottest team in the Big East outside of Marquette. I think they keep things rolling. They've covered a lot of games by a hook or a point. This 8.5 does scare me a little bit because it's huge. In Big East basketball, it is a huge number. However, it's down to 8 right now. You can get it at 8. I took it at 8.5. I think DePaul loses this game about 20-25. I think Xavier just puts the pressure on them. They are up to number 8 in the country. I don't see them slowing down or stopping, especially not under Sean Miller, one of the best coaches in the game. And then I have another money line. This one has not moved yet, thankfully. 8 o'clock Central matchup. Arkansas money line plus 112. Slight dogs taking on Missouri. This is one of those games. I don't feel great about it, but Arkansas should be able to right the ship. They are highly talented, very well coached. I don't see them losing 3 in a row. Sorry, I just got a text about Franklin Earl Beard Winnington's bet, and I got excited. Back to Xavier. I'm talking about Arkansas. Arkansas. I don't see Arkansas losing 3 in a row. They had a tough loss to Alabama, and they turned around and backdoored that with a even tougher loss to Vanderbilt at home. I guess that boy G Money. Let me put my phone down. I see Arkansas winning this game outright and winning it by 12 or more. Missouri, as good as they are inconsistent. I think Arkansas comes in this game on a mission to right the ship and prove that losing streak is not who they are. I think they get right and get right tonight. Now, I need somebody, anybody, hit me with the horns. See if this number's moved in the last 3 hours. It has. Franklin Earl Beard Winnerton with the best bet of the day. I told myself yesterday, why am I ignoring my mans? I bring him here every day to do the show, give out the best bet. He sits in the corner over here waiting. And then I haven't been bringing him on. All over our Oral Roberts bet? Or is it something deeper? I really just haven't been liking bets like that. Today, there's a bet that I like. I like it a lot. However, I'm still nervous. It's Big East basketball. Both of these teams I have futures on to win the Big East. Both of these teams I believe in a lot. Both of these teams, high offensive efficiency combined with strong defense. When you get two teams like this and the number is 8, way too big of a number. Give me Providence +8 on the road taking on Marquette. Whoever wins this game, it's going to be less than 3. That's Franklin Earl Beard Winnerton's guarantee. Providence +8, the best bet of the day. You're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives. Just to go over my bets one more time for tonight: UConn, Seton Hall over 134 on the hook. TCU money line, Xavier -8.5. Arkansas money line, and Providence +8. Looks like it's 7.5 right now. Grab it at what you can grab it at. Thank y'all for listening. Much love. Beautiful Wednesday ahead of us. Look forward to seeing y'all on Thursday and Friday to close out the week. It's hump day, baby. Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dives. Like and subscribe.